in Canada, I see people, they're happy, they're living their lives, everybody's running, everybody's joining the clubs and having fun, and people actually start smiling. You would never see that in Iran. You cannot absolutely dance, or those kind of stuff are like really forbidden back in Iran. No, you cannot drink alcohol.
大家好，今天我邀请了另外一个新党的朋友 Tasnim，然后我们有请他来分享一下他的故事，是他带着他的父母来到加拿大。
My name is Tasnim Adibi. I'm 23 years old. This summer I'm turning 24. I studied medicine 4 years in Iran. I'm Iranian. I was born and raised there. But here I'm doing my undergrad so that I can continue doing medicine later on. And I still haven't declared my major. It's probably going to be chemistry or biology.
Why did you choose this major and what brought you
Okay,
to Canada?
so what brought me to Canada? Well, I told you I'm Iranian, so like even growing up, when the situation wasn't as bad, I always felt like I need to leave. Like I want to go explore the world and like see everything, experience everything. And Canada's a good country to start the international journey, I believe, because in general, I feel like this is a kind country.
Yeah.
Like it's kind to immigrants and international students. So I feel like this would be a good start. Why I started in Victoria, totally by chance. And this was the first university that
Gave you an offer?
Yes, that gave me an offer. And like I had offers from other places, but like I saw the campus
Yeah.
and it was really beautiful. So
Oh, you visited the campus before
no,
you
no.
accepted the offer?
No. I searched it online
Oh.
and I saw, oh, it's really beautiful. So I thought, okay, maybe this is not like a bad place. And
Yeah.
it was an island, and I've always fantasized about living in an island with like fishermen or those kind of stuff. Yeah. And I accepted the offer and I came here. It was basically a bit hard at first. I've been to Canada before. Like,
Oh,
yeah, when I was a teenager, I came here and I stayed in Toronto and Vancouver, which were big cities.
Yeah.
So I had this idea of big city, but then I came here and Victoria was like really like a village, but in the concept of a city. I was a little disappointed at first, but like as time went by, I becoming more comfortable here. And like the weather is really good. It doesn't get as cold. I'm not good with the cold. Like
Yeah. I heard that
Yeah.
Iran's weather is
yeah.
much hotter than here.
My city is Isfahan, and it's the city in the center of Iran.
Yeah.
So it's surrounded by deserts, and yeah,
desert.
it's a really hot city.
Okay.
So when I came here, it's all greens and water, and like it's really beautiful. So I liked it here. I still do, but I probably want to stay in Victoria because
Yeah.
I'm a big city girl. Like yeah.
Why did you choose this current major? Is there a particular story behind it?
Both of my parents are doctors.
Oh.
Yeah, so growing up, that was like the only career path I saw for myself, to become another doctor. And then I went on to medicine in Iran. And when I first got in, well, first I was happy that I could get in because it was pretty hard. And I started there and I thought I didn't like it. But as I moved on and I went to the hospital and started doing my clinical rotations and the actual work, I felt, oh my God, this is for me. I really love this job. So when I came here, Canada doesn't accept students from Iran to just directly come into medicine, so we had to do the undergrad. So yeah, so I chose the undergrad in sciences because it's familiar for me. So I thought for my undergrad this would be easier to major in the Faculty of Sciences. Yeah.
Your parents' occupations impact your decision, right?
Yes.
I'm just curious, as you're Iranian, but why your English is so good as a native speaker?
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
First of all, I think it can still get better. I remember in kindergarten we had English classes.
It's an international school.
No.
How do you practice?
We, like all the schools have this specific time slot for English in Iran. So we start learning very early. But we don't get to advance in school.
Yeah.
That was my own thing. I love learning languages. I read a lot of books in like their original text in English. I saw a lot of movies. I listened to English songs. So I think that's why my English is kind of good. Yeah.
I have
Thank
a lot
you.
of Iranian friends here.
Oh.
English is the best.
Thank you.
English is
Oh.
best. You share a little bit about your experience growing up in Iran. Looking back at your childhood or school years, are there any unforgettable moments?
A lot actually. Iranian system is kind of strict. If you want to get into a good career path, if you want to get successful, you have to study a lot. And you have to take so many classes, and everything was that I have to work really hard. And I wasn't like a really hard working person in the beginning, so it was hard for me to just get on my feet and do the studying. And I remember I had to study, I had to go to extra classes, but like my parents were the type of people who wanted me to be good in everything. So I would go to drawing classes, to piano classes, also sport classes.
Or your parents are strict?
Yes, they are, but like looking back, I'm kind of really happy that they forced me to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because now I have too many things that like I can be proud of
Yeah,
for
you will
myself.
not be so accident.
Yes,
without-
exactly. So I'm really thankful for my parents. One thing that like stood out for me was swimming. I loved swimming, and I started very young, and that was the joy of my life. Like I could not wait for the like studies to end so that I could get into the pool, swim, and yeah, that was one thing that really made me happy. I remember even when we traveled, I used to go swimming in the ocean and stuff, and oh my god, this life experience.
I figure maybe it's one of the biggest reason why you can maintain your
Yeah,
body figure.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not easy. Like I remember when I was growing up, I was struggling with like maintaining my body figure and everything because I'm a perfectionist, so I wanted to be like perfect. I remember there was this summer that I would go to karate class. Then I had badminton class, and in the night I would go swimming. So crazy, yeah.
It sounds like experience as same as Chinese student.
I think Iran is like pretty similar to China in that
Yeah.
concept, and I know that you guys have a really difficult and big entrance exam.
Yeah.
So do we. They have the really big like it's named concours. And
Cool.
yeah, and at the end of high school, all the students take this exam, and it's really competitive. So like I know that in my year, about 600,000 students were competing for like the medicine and dentistry and those kind of stuff, and only about 2,000 would get accepted. So
Yeah, it's very tough.
it was very tough. I don't think I could do it if I go back there again. And now that I'm older, I don't think I can do it.
What would you say are the biggest differences between your high school experience in Iran and graduate study here in Canada? What's the biggest differences?
The strictness and the hardships was really bad in Iran. Like, you had this pretty tense schedule. You had to go through everything. You had to like kill yourself just to be
Very
the
heavy and
best.
brutal.
Yes, and like here it's very gentle and very open-minded and very free. Like you can't see who's the first in the university. Like there are no hierarchy
no
and
ranking here.
no ranking here. But back then they would like put our names on the board. Like this is the first one. This is the 10 best students, and we would all be so competitive and always like, oh my god.
You know what makes you stressed? Here, I think also the studies was hard, but depends on yourself,
like
motivated.
yeah, and like here the hard thing is like the hands-on stuff, like labs or
Project.
projects, because everything in Iran was in theory, so we just had to study for the test and take the exam. But here you have to actually do some work, so we're not used to it, I guess. Yeah.
Similar to China. What are some of your hobbies? Except the swimming, you
I go to the gym a lot. I love working out.
Concert?
No, back in home. I love running.
Aerobic?
Yes,
Okay.
I go for runs
On the treadmill?
on the treadmill. Yeah, it's kind of like a mental thing for me too, because it just keep going, but I'm not moving.
Yeah,
and
reduce stress.
yes,
It's a good way.
yes. And I also read a lot. I love reading, especially like philosophy or history and fantasy and fiction.
There must be so many new vocabulary here. You must spend
Oh,
more time to check it.
I try to like
To look
keep
up
up
in
to
the
date.
dictionary.
Yeah.
Don't like to watching the videos on YouTube.
Oh yes, I do. I
What
watch.
kind of channels you are subscribing? Politics or
Oh no,
you're not interested in politics?
I'm not interested in politics at all. That's a big scam the humanity has pulled onto itself.
Oh.
I don't think I've watched the news for like 5 years. Yeah, that stresses me out, and I don't trust the news, and like I don't want to be a part of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sometimes fake news, you don't know how to judge it, which one is
Exactly.
the trustworthy,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Which kind of videos you're watching on YouTube?
Well, I love K-pop, if you know what that is.
K-pop?
Yeah, like Korean pop.
K-pop?
Different groups of music, so I watch their videos.
Oh.
Yeah, I watch some vlogs that some people put on. I watched
You know the Jackson one?
Jackson Wang.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jackson Wang.
yes, I know him.
He's a Chinese guy.
I know. Yeah, I do like Asian guys. I also like. That's interesting. Yeah, even like European travel vlogs. Like, I love the southern France, southern Italy. Like, there are some people who go there and vlog their lives. Yeah, I also love animals. I watch a lot of animal videos.
So do you adopt animal now?
No, because our apartment is small. But if I get a bigger place, I'm going to get 7 cats. So cute.
What's your dream?
That's a really deep.
Yeah.
That's a really maybe to live in peace in a world. I
Really
meant
achieved your-
inner peace. Have achieved something in my life that I can be proud of. Like when I look back and I see that I left a mark on the world and people are proud of me, I've done good for the world, and I think that would be good enough for me to just make the world a better place.
It's a big ambition.
It is a big ambition, but like I feel like if you don't have big ambitions, then what's the point?
Maybe you should change your major to the politics or
I say go with the flow. Like I just go where the path of the universe takes me.
how about your current situation? Do you feel a little bit inner peace?
I like
It's much better than
it's
before?
much better than when I was in
I
Iran.
think with time flies, you can get the inner peace you want.
Hopefully, yeah.
In 2022, especially following the woman life freedom, there has been a global focus on the appearance of Iranian women. I was wondering if these events have influenced your own perspective on life freedom or your personal values.
Absolutely, because like we were all pushed down as women in Iran for a very long time, and I think it was inevitable. Like it would have happened one way or another, but it's sad that it happened because of such a tragic story of this girl. But I'm happy that it did happen, and like girls started to speak up and they found their voice, I believe, in that movement. I hope that the situation gets better and like there will be better opportunities for girls in Iran.
Yeah,
Because
unfortunately, this event has been suppressed.
yes. And I think that made us more hopeful that we can actually make things better.
Yeah, at least it's a good starting point.
Yes. And I feel like girls will do better when time goes by. We will be braver and they will find their courage to just live their life.
Okay, I have to catch up on questions. I have
Okay.
What's a single event or something impact your mind to pursue you to come to Canada? For example, there's the event I mentioned, or when you were a child, your family encouraged you to come to Canada.
Well, actually, I encouraged my family to come to Canada.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
That's so different.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking about moving out, but like I really pushed onto the idea of like we need to leave Iran. We need to
Why?
because the situation wasn't good.
Right.
The political, economical, social, like everybody in Iran was really stressed out, and
Okay.
yeah, everybody was tired. And like here in Canada, I see people, they're happy, they're living their lives, everybody's running, everybody's joining the clubs and having fun. And people actually start smiling. You would never see that in Iran. Like
Okay.
everybody's, I feel like there's a big depression going on in Iran. We will just get lost into that situation.
You
Yeah.
were the final winner. You
Yes.
successfully brought your parents to Canada. Iranians.
It is great because like I see my mom is going to the gym, she's working out, and
Oh.
yeah, and I feel
She has
really
really fitted into your local life.
exactly, yeah,
great.
and I'm so happy about that because I feel like my family is finding their lives here and they are becoming more happy. That's amazing.
That was definitely a very tough period at the beginning when they arrived here, right?
Yeah. I think it took us about a year to come.
1 year, right?
Yeah, to completely adjust
Actually,
here.
it's not all.
I feel like everybody goes through that stuff after they move
Different
out.
town,
It's hard, it's a new place, you don't know many people, you don't know any people, you don't have your job, I know.
What has been the biggest culture shock for you since moving to Canada?
So many things.
Maybe just one or two
Okay,
things make
yeah,
you more
sure.
impacted.
One thing is, as I mentioned before, the happiness that people have here.
Oh, yeah.
And like, they all have big hopes for their lives and they become happy with the smallest things that happen and everybody's laughing. That's one thing. Another thing is the lack of hierarchy and like everybody's so informal. Like you call each other by first names and like back in Iran like you have to be really polite in social situations, but everybody takes everything so easy here and nobody's in a rush and everybody's doing everything so casual. So I don't know, that can be good and bad, but that was a big cultural shock for me. Like people talk to their professors as if like they're their friends here. You would never do that in Iran. Like the professor was really someone big.
Oh, it seems like Korea also has very big.
Yeah, I heard they have a really big hierarchy. I don't think we're as bad as them, but still it was pretty strict back in Iran. Yeah.
No matter what
Yeah.
kind of word comes out from your boss, you have
Yes.
to follow.
Yes,
You have
exactly.
no right to judge with him. But
Oh, that's the
agree
thing.
with
Yeah.
that. But in here,
In-
you can provide your justifications
Yes.
and discuss with him. Yeah, I think this is good at least for the academic research.
Yeah, because you can brainstorm together. Yeah,
We
that's
can,
good.
we can ignite more thoughts or ideas.
That's true. That is true.
What are your impressions of Chinese culture?
I'm really fascinated by Chinese culture.
Do you have any Chinese friends?
Not yet. I'm a very introverted
I'm
person.
the first one.
Yes, you're the first one. I don't make friends easily. No,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know why, but like, it's really hard for me to make friends. I don't have many friends here. I've read a lot about Chinese philosophy. As I mentioned before, I love philosophy. And like, I feel much more resonated with the Asian philosophies than the Western ones. Like, the yin and yang concept, the balance, that's something that like interests me. And like, I've been to China. Yes, I went to Shanghai, Beijing, and Hangzhou.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
They were fabulous cities in China.
they are. Oh my god! And like I loved it there. Like I love them, all the crowdedness and like everybody moving around. I like Chinese food.
Why not study abroad in China?
I heard it's hard.
No,
It isn't.
you haven't
I-
tried it.
I will
you'll
try
try
it.
finding
Yeah,
very
I will
easy.
try it. That's actually one of my goals. Like I will most definitely go to China and like other Asian countries. I love going to Africa. Like I will go there. Yeah.
But I think you made a very good decision. As you know, China has very biggest population.
Yeah.
If you live in China, that should be more competitive.
Exactly. That was part of the reason that I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your view, what are the most important qualities for healthy, long-lasting relationship, whether it's a relationship or a romantic one?
I'm not the person you should be asking this
How
because
many ex-boyfriends do you have?
not many. I believe 4. Yeah, 4
Oh,
ex-boyfriends.
it's not many.
Because
Are you kidding?
well, let me just say.
You're so young, already have 4 ex.
No, I'm not young, but they didn't last long. Like I didn't I've never had a relationship
So which
for
one is the longest?
4 months.
4 months?
4 months is
Oh.
the longest. I told you I'm not good with relationships because I believe trust and honesty is really
For Iran?
everybody's Iranian because all of them were in Iran. My
Oh,
past
you can
relationships.
try the whiteboard.
Uh, I still haven't had a relationship here. Hopefully, this one will be a more better relationship and long lasting. I hope so. I believe in relationship. It is important that you have mutual respect and be honest with each other. I think it's important to trust each other, be honest with each other, just talk to each other about stuff.
Why? Because you're negative?
I think that's part of the reason, and I also think that I would just get into relationships without liking the boy. Like they would ask me out, and I would say yes, but I didn't really like them that much.
Oh.
You know?
I hope you can encounter your crush next time.
Yeah, I don't even have a crush. But I hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, I will find somebody. Yeah.
Make your life more joyful here.
Yeah.
From your observation, what are some of the main differences you have noticed in how people in Iran and Canada approach dating, relationships, and marriage?
I think here is much more casual. Well,
what's the definition of casual here?
Casual, like they would just go out, hang out, and they wouldn't actually put a name onto this relationship. Like exactly. But back in Iran, it would take so long for you to just go out or hold hands, and then you would actually say, so you would have to commit, I believe. And here they keep things so easy.
Oh.
And it depends on the person, I believe. Like even there were some people who would just keep it easy in Iran, but usually it depends on your family situation a lot, the relationships that you have. So it wasn't easy for me because my parents were kind of strict. So I had to, my parents had to know the boy and their family, and our families should have been yeah.
It's hard if your parents intervenes too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to, yeah.
Living in a society that is often described as more liberal or open, has it given you any new perspectives or reflections on concepts like female body autonomy and personal choice?
It did. After coming here, I felt like as a girl, I'm much more free to do many stuff that I didn't think I could do before. Even going out on the street and just walking was not that easy back in Iran for me. Everybody would, catcalling and those kind of stuff. Catcalling, the guys would say names to you on the street or that kind of stuff. Those things are not here. Don't have much freedom to find their jobs or do the things they like back in Iran. But here you can do anything. And
yeah, male and females are fair.
Yes, and I feel that's great that girls and boys can do everything they like and not be judged by it here, by the society.
You can encourage your Iranian friends to come here with you together?
I would.
How do you think about the current war in your country?
Well, thankfully it has ended because, oh my God.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah, and it was 12 days. And it was really scary because I thought, oh my God, is our country going to become one of those war-infused countries that everybody is scared for their lives? The instability that you feel after the war and the bombs, and it's really scary. You don't know, because we still have a house back there. We have family back there. And you get so scared because you don't know what's going to happen to your life. My grandparents were living there, my aunts and uncles. Many of my friends are still there. One of my friends were in Tehran, and she had to move to the north of Iran, move out of her house. And I don't think war is the answer to anything.
They are safe now?
They are safe now, thankfully, yeah. I don't understand why would people choose to drop bombs on each other. Just talk about
nuclear weapons.
Yes. Oh my God, that's so scary.
Many of my Iranian friends have told me that they came to Canada to escape the dictatorship in Iran and pursue democracy. That in Iran, people are not allowed to drink alcohol, wear pants for women, or dance in public. Even ordinary Iran use for iPhones? Do you feel the same way?
We can use iPhone, there is internet, but it's getting worse. Because I remember when I visited China, you guys had your own internet system.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Iran is going to do that.
Oh,
I
same
hear, yeah. So you have to use,
Facebook.
no. You have to use a lot of VPNs and those kind of stuff to like remove the filters and the censorships, and you don't have access to like normal stuff like watching a movie that's come out. Everything's censored, and like you cannot absolutely dance or those kind of stuff are like really forbidden back in Iran.
Terrible.
Yeah, like people do that like in their own homes and stuff, but like in public you cannot do that.
Okay.
And like as girls we had to wear hijabs and those kind of stuff, which
Is really that people are not allowed to drink alcohol?
no, you cannot drink alcohol.
Oh, so it's real, right?
Yes, it is real. And
So
like
it's
that's a
terrible.
really bad thing because people would go to like illegal resources to find their drinks and stuff, and those things are not safe, and many people like get blind or stuff after drinking illegal alcohol, and that's really bad. They go to really extreme lengths back in Iran for stuff that's not really that important. Like there are many deep-rooted issues in Iran, like economically or socially, and the government does not address those stuff, but they address the alcohol and those kind of stuff.
I heard from my Iran friends, they told me that during the Olympic Games, if we want to see like a running competition, the girls just wear a pants, so are not allowed to see the kind of picture.
No, we can't. Like even in the
It's
movies, yeah, they put like some blur on the
Okay,
girls'
yeah,
bodies,
yeah.
and oh my god, it's ridiculous.
If you were the president of Iran, what would you do to reform the current political system?
People are not financially doing good. Like a really small percentage of the population has a lot of money.
They are close to the power,
Yes. And
corruption.
the normal people, they don't have enough money and their jobs are not doing good. That's the basic thing that needs to be fixed. The equal distribution of power and money, and like give back people the things that they deserve. Like not only some really polluted politicians to have. The environment is also awful. Like it's getting worse and worse. I think those are the things that are important, and I also think that like people should have freedom of speech. Right now, they all feel suffocated because they cannot talk about the stuff that's bothering them. So I feel like if people have their voices back, they have their power back, they can actually make the country better by themselves.
I watched the historic video. I found that around 30 years ago, Iran is a very open country.
Yes, it was. And
So-
then
So what happened?
the Islamic Revolution happened.
But it's citizens' choice, citizens' election.
Well, actually, I don't know. Like, some people say that it wasn't actually, like, it was really influenced by outer forces, the revolution. I believe people were happy before the revolution and they found stuff that, like, bothered them. They wanted to fix it, they wanted to make the country better, but they made the wrong choice.
Yeah, they must.
Yeah, they do regret. I believe they do
They
regret.
can't change it anymore.
Yeah,
Even so now, American military interfere.
exactly.
They can't change it.
Yeah. I feel
Disorder.
people are tired in Iran and they don't really have the energy to do another revolution.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I hope things get better. I feel like this is a civilization that's been around for like more than 3,000 years, and I feel like we deserve better than this. To be all sad, no freedom. I feel like we deserve better, and I hope things get better for Iranian people.
If in the near future, maybe 5 years, 10 years, your home country can successful democracy country, would you like to go back home?
No?
You're really not here, so
No.
you are reluctant to go back home again.
No, I always say this sentence. There are a lot of countries and cities out there that I still haven't seen.
Yeah.
So I would like to go there. Why would I go back to the one that I lived before?
Or you want to experience more different places.
Yes. Maybe like in 20 years, 30 years, if I'm still around and the borders are still around and Iran is good, I will go back to visit, but I don't think I will live there. No.
Hope every Iranian like you can have a
Yes.
very good life in the future.
Me too. Me too. Thank you.
And last question. Do you have any question for me?
That's good. And what do you think about this interview?
You are the first guest invited to my channel.
Okay.
The Canadian will say you have very good performance here.
Oh, thank you.
Your English is pretty good.
Thanks.
There's no urban differences with native speaker. And comparing with other Iranian friends I know here, you are not as shy as others.
Oh, they're shy?
You are shy. You have more confidence than
Okay.
And I also thankful that you can come here to share with us stories.
No problem. Yeah.
I think also this video is a very good record.
Oh.
In the future, going back to visit your young moments. At the time, your thoughts are really entirely different. But yeah, I think it's a good memory.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.